What's going on? This your boy Terry, and welcome to the Enlighten show. I want to thank everybody who been liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate y'all. If y'all can, like this video right now, share it with somebody, even if it's your favorite side piece. I don't care. I invite all, man, for this great information that's being brought out here. So, without further ado, let's get to some news out here. And I'm out of Detroit, so bear with me. We have breaking news. Like, this just got sent to me as we recording this. 5 people arrested for stealing 5 Durango SRTs. Yes, valued at a little over $500,000 together. Unfortunately, they tried to ram a truck into one of the security posts to get in, or to get out, and they fled. One of them crashed, of course, and all 5 got caught, because somebody snitched. You see how that happens? You do dirt, and then you want to tell everybody like who was involved. You see how that happens? Crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, that just happened. So it feel like this been happening in Detroit a lot lately. I know a couple of weeks ago they stole about 10 Grand Wagoneers or something like that. I mean, I just don't get it, man. Y'all do all this and y'all get caught, and then what? Y'all want somebody to say free y'all? Psh, please. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully they're not like California, who let people go, oh, this your first time, this your first offense. Oh, no. Some of y'all need to learn a lesson, man. That's money that these dealerships be having to pay for these cars and everything to be on their lots. And I'm going to tell y'all something about that. With Stellantis dealing with a dealership right now who's trying to sell back their cars. We'll get to that later in the show, but that's just some real quick news for y'all right quick, and let's get on with the show. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of the show, I want to say something. Right now, people, stop trying to impress everybody. When I say stop, I mean really stop. Because one thing I've been seeing out here on social media, y'all want to show everybody what you got or what you don't got. You'll spend your last dollar just to show somebody like, oh man, I got it. When really deep down, when you go home every night, you starving. You up here calling credit card companies to see if you get a credit card just to pay your bills on time, stacking up more debt, not paying that, using Afterpay. Like, quit trying to impress people that ain't gonna matter at the end. Prime example. I don't know if y'all ever been without a vehicle or whatever, but I have before. Even though it was in a shop or whatever, I have for quite some time. You'll see who really there for you. You see people stop calling you when you ain't got your own vehicle, when you can't get to where you need to go. People will just stop. And I'm telling y'all, them same people that stop, they ain't gonna be there when you successful in the end. What I'm saying is, we don't know how long we have on this earth. And I'm telling you to enjoy it, but you also got to work very hard to get where you want to go. So with that being said, please find out who really there for you. I don't even care if they're your family or close friends. Sometimes they might only be there for a season. And they're the reason you go find who's really there for you. So that's just something quick I just wanted to tell y'all, man. And just do better. That's all I want y'all to do. Now, this hurt my heart, man, to even talk about, man. We need to discuss this. So in Detroit, on Detroit East Side, on Fairmount Street near Kelly and 8 Mile, a 7-year-old was shot in the head. Y'all hear that? In Detroit, a 7-year-old was shot in the head. She's in critical condition. They say she's alive right now, but the bullet is still in her head. Let's talk about the real. Why is a little Detroit 7-year-old getting shot in the head while sleeping? And in the house, there was 11 people all together, and somebody did a drive-by and just shot up the house. I wonder why. First off, for the people who shot up that house, I hope they catch you and you get... Man, listen, I hope you get what you getting, man. I ain't gonna lie. They need to be prosecuted to the extreme, because that's freaking unnecessary. And on top of that, you don't know who's in that house. Now, let's talk about the other part of it. Who is in that house that got that house shot up in the first place? What did that person do? Who's the owner of that house? You see, these are conversations we don't have. All we hear about is the person who did the shooting, but we don't know why they're shooting at another person. And don't get me wrong, they're wrong for shooting at whatever house up, whatever block party, all of that. But at the end of the day, somebody did something to piss somebody off to do that. And we're not talking about that. You know, when we hear people get these, oh my God, why him? Why her? We don't know what happened. They were such a sweet person, but really that person was a real demon out here. And you don't know what that person did when you wasn't with them. You only going off of what you do or what you see when you in their presence. Something is deeper, man. Nobody ain't just shooting up no house just for the F of it. Let's just be for real. Somebody in that house did something. And like I said, it's going to be more news coverage. And I pray for that little 7-year-old. Oh, to live with something in your head every day to remind you that this happened because of somebody else's stupidity. All I know is we got to do better and we got to start holding people in the community accountable. But that's never going to happen because I've been saying this. This is about my 5th, 6th episode. It's not changing. People before me was even saying it. It's not changing. People are not changing. And then when y'all talk about they gentrifying the neighborhoods, then y'all want to be crying and complaining when really you should have got a lot of these people out anyway. And then the people who are doing good, who just getting by, they the ones that lose out at the end. Because now they property taxes are going to get raised up because, you know, there's investors coming in these towns investing in them. People that had these homes for 20, 30, 40 years probably can't even afford it no more. They probably retired and everything, and they can't afford the property taxes. You see how life works? Crazy. But man, everybody saying prayers to that 7-year-old. And I want to know more details of what really happened. Because that's just crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. In 2024, this new generation, this got to be the dumbest generation ever when it comes to crime. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. So in Detroit, in Livonia, that's more the suburbs of Detroit or whatever, right? A man was robbed of his jewelry and his car. The suspects got caught because they posted it on social media. They posted the watch they had on. They posted the Challenger they stole, the money they took off him. It's like, what is going on with these criminals? I just don't get it. It's like y'all asking to be caught every time y'all go on social media. Everybody want to have a viral moment. And then on top of that, these motherfuckers talk about, oh man, this broke motherfucker. Yeah, we got you. And you broke in the mud. How is he broke and you up here robbing him? Do y'all hear that? They're robbing somebody, but they calling that person who they robbed broke. Make it make sense. You're only robbing somebody because you don't have it. And now that Cartier bust-down watch that you had on just for a few hours is gone off you now because guess what? They caught them dummies. Just stupidity out here. And why I gotta be my city of Detroit, man? That's telling y'all these criminals are just not. But that goes along with the education system too. That goes along with your parents not having you real educated out here, and now look at you. A broke person calling somebody who got something broke. Man, you can't make this up, dog. You stole for somebody who got some, but calling them broke. What has happened, man? The culture is trash. We're going to talk about a lot of the culture today. So that's another story. Let's talk about, hey man, this was serious though. Another mass shooting. This one is in East Baltimore. Left 1 dead and 7 people injured. They said gunfire happened on Sunday evening in East Baltimore, according to police. Officers arrived around 8 p.m., 1300 block of Spring Street near Caroline and Hoffman. 8 people were found shot ranging from 22 to 45 years old. Golly. A 36-year-old man died, and condition of the other people from the shooting, they say they're in critical condition. So we'll find out, but what is going on, man? Y'all just shooting up, and I ain't gonna say this random. Something had to happen. I'm telling people don't just shoot up people just for the F of it. Something happened most of the time. Well, I ain't gonna say all, but most of the time, something happened to where somebody wanted to shoot up a whole group of people just, I don't know, having a good time, I'm guessing. Like, what is going on, man? In Baltimore, I heard it's real rough out there. I ain't never been to Bmore. I always wanted to go, but I heard the gangs that is in Baltimore and all the violence is crazy. Like, real crazy. So, man, we got to do better, man. These mass shootings in the neighborhoods, it's almost like, another one. We had one in Chicago. Then we had that one here in Detroit. Baltimore. It was one in, I want to say Oakland, in predominantly black neighborhoods at that. It's a common theme. And no, I don't believe in black on black crime. I believe it's just crime. So we're going to see what come out of that, man. But we have to start doing better, man. Like, we need to know what's really going on with people where they really want to shoot up a whole group of other people, either congregating or partying, whatever the case might be. Like, what is your thought process? Because everybody there ain't part of the problem that you have with probably this specific person or this specific group. So why air out somewhere where you know you could possibly injure somebody who wasn't even part of it in the first place? I don't get it. Then y'all want to say free him, free the gang, free the guys, free man and them. Like, what? No. These are the same people who keeping your city down. These are the same people who don't want to see growth. And y'all talk about freeing them? Have y'all really lost y'all mind? But this is the culture. You wanna know another bad part of the culture? With this Kash Doll incident? First off, shout out to Kash Doll. Shout out to her. You know, a lot of people was hating on Kash Doll this past weekend because she went shopping for her nieces and nephews. Now, she went to shop at Foreman Mills, and everybody was so outraged about it. Oh my God, you making all this money. You should be shopping here. Why they gotta go to the cheap stuff where you know it's only gonna last a day and this and that? And I'm just looking at these comments. I'm like, what? She's taking her nieces and nephews shopping for the school. What are we talking about? Like, do it matter where it's at? It could have been a dollar store for all I care. She's providing for somebody else. Yeah, them her nieces and nephews, but technically them not her kids, and we should be helping either our nieces and nephews, little cousins out, all of that. But y'all telling me y'all had a problem because of where she shopped at? And some of y'all broke, can't even buy your own kids something? Let's be for real. Y'all want to have the conversation? Let's have the conversation. Y'all getting on Kash Doll about buying her niece's nephew something at Foreman Mills, but a lot of y'all be going to these free events where they be giving out school supplies and everything. It's a reason why people are starting drives, starting organizations, are giving back to kids for the school. It's a reason. But y'all are so unappreciative. I hate when the culture do this, man. You can't take your... So what if she would have took them to McDonald's or something? Y'all would have been like, oh, she need to take them to J. Alexander, or she need to take them... Like, she's doing something for her people. What are y'all talking about? Then on top of that, y'all don't know what she did before that. But y'all in the comments want to talk something. Y'all up here asking either presidential candidate, for a higher child tax extension. Like, make it make sense, dog. Dang, shout out to Kash Doll, man. Don't worry about that. Detroit, or at least me, I'ma speak on you. I got you, man. Shout out to you. And then, while she was in Detroit shopping for her nieces and nephews, back in her Atlanta home, somebody was trying to run up. Well, they did run up in her house and tried to get some stuff out of it. The intruders end up getting into a shootout with her baby daddy. Thank God nothing happened to the baby daddy, Tracy T. I'm glad, because we don't need no more kids losing their fathers to just senseless stuff, man. And this is why I said the culture is trash, man. That man could have lost his life. And you got people up here plotting. They did that for a reason. They thought nobody was at their home. You know, whatever Kash Doll and her baby daddy got, I'm not in that. I don't really care about it. But you mean to tell me y'all waited until she's in Detroit to go ransack her crib in Atlanta, where you could have possibly injured somebody? What if her parents was there? What if her family was there? You don't know who was there, and you was going to have to use some type of force to get up out of there. Because I tell you, when you run up in somebody's house, you better be prepared for anything. And I mean laying down somebody's life. Which is the problem now. We shouldn't even be putting ourselves in that predicament in the first place. Go get a job. Can't stand some of y'all broke ass niggas, man. That shit irritates me. She worked hard. Her baby daddy worked hard for what they have. They took themselves from one situation and put their kids, their family in a better position. And y'all just want to take that. Y'all don't want to work for nothing. This is why I say the culture is trash. It be people, when I say crispy, I'm talking about new Pradas every time you see them out. Gucci's, Balenciagas, all of that, right? But these motherfuckers ain't never, ever had a job. These dudes don't own no business, but they always fresh. Jewelry and all that on. Where you think they getting that from? What, from their good looks? Because some of these niggas are ugly anyway. You know these dudes scamming. 40 people in Houston just got caught for scamming a couple weeks ago. But then y'all go on social media thinking these people living these lavish lives, and they not. They're not getting it. People out here putting on a facade. That's why I say quit trying to impress people, because they ain't gonna matter at the end anyways. What if she was there? What if Kash Doll was there? That would have been a traumatic situation. We don't know what would have happened. Thank God her baby daddy Tracy was there. Jesus. Y'all gotta work for something, man. At some point, you got to stop trying to say it's the system that's keeping you down. You can't get a job out here. You have to do something to put yourself in a better predicament. If that means staying in your parents' crib, if that means staying with a roommate, make it easier for you, man. Quit trying to take stuff for somebody that you didn't earn. You did not earn it. Man, my prayers go out to you, Kash Doll, and I saw her reaction to it, and I hope it get more static than what it is now. And I just hope y'all get something out of this, man. Do better. Work. I work every day. I be on YouTube a lot. I'm a full-time content creator. This is what I want to do. And I want to give people some value, and hopefully they take it and really hear what I'm trying to put down, man. I'm not no financial guru. I'm still learning. But one thing I know, it's heart of gold right here, baby. That's a fact. I tell myself, I don't never lose people. People lose me. Because when you do stuff correctly, when you don't try to take nothing away from nobody, I go to sleep good every night. Even when I did do wrong, I had to own up to it. And it ain't a good feeling, but I owned up to it, and I had to apologize for what I did. That's what a real man do. That's what a real person do. Take accountability when you have to, when you know it's the truth. So I'm going to sleep every night good, knowing I ain't hurt nobody, nor took nothing away from anybody. And that's just a fact. So, yeah. Kash Doll, shout out to you. Hey, keep doing your thing, Kash Doll. You'll bounce back. Whatever they took or whatever, you'll get that back by no time. You're a hustler. I give you that for sure. Let's go to the next. Little quick news. So I guess yesterday, 4 flight attendants pleaded guilty to smuggling drug money out of U.S. after prosecutors say they used crew members' lanes to get through security, according to the Business Insider. That little bit of money that they paid y'all, because it looked like it was about, it was a lot of money. They transported about $8 million in cash to the Dominican Republic. How much money you think them flight attendants got? Let's say they made $100,000 a piece, right? You mean to tell me that little $100,000 that you made, that's worth your life for the next 25, 50, 75 years? Because that's a federal offense. A flight attendant, that's federal. You're risking your life for that? You got to be down bad to want to risk your life like this. Like, come on now. I know y'all didn't get paid that much. I know. They gonna lowball y'all. They crazy, man. Y'all be risking some good jobs just for nothing. You could have been a flight attendant for right now. Who knows? You could have been a pilot next. You could have been investing in aviation. Shout out to my guy, Cole. Y'all be risking y'all lives for the dumbest stuff. It could never be me. One thing I like women, man. I can't be in a hole with just a whole lot of dudes for a long period of time, man. I just can't. I love women too much, man. I like being around them. Shoot, I want to be out getting some ass. A woman ass. I gotta, some of y'all like that boy, but I ain't with none of that at all. But, all I need is one woman. That's my woman. What's up, shorty? So, yeah, y'all ain't gonna learn. Y'all just not gonna learn. But it is what it is. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the culture like Steve Harvey. I'm gonna get to him for real, but let's talk a little bit of some layoffs. So, Stellantis idles Michigan engine plant for a week up here in Trenton, Michigan, according to the automotive news. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. It's too many Dodge, Chrysler, Ram vehicles out here. It's just too many. And now, last week, they already planned to lay off about 2,500 people from the war on trucking in October. Now they're idling the Michigan workers in Trenton. And it's having a domino effect. You see what's going on out here? It is bad, man. People are losing out because, don't get me wrong, some CEOs, they messed it up. They don't know where everybody at. Everybody ain't got a lot of money. They can't be buying these expensive cars and trucks. They can't be buying these SRTs and these big old Wagoneers and stuff like that. People money are short. A lot of them barely paying their renters insurance. They barely pay. First off, a lot of these people don't even got insurance on their cars. Let's get that first clear. Then you got to pay rent. Then you got to pay for your cell phone bill. You got to pay for anything that happens to your car or your house, depending if you got a mortgage or you rent. People, credit card debt. People can't afford to buy these high trucks. And Stellantis is just going downhill. It's going downhill. Now you got UAW President Sean Fain saying they're going to do something with Stellantis. But what can you do? You can't force them to keep making these type of cars. How? They're not making no money. What, you just gonna get them jobs for where? But we're gonna talk about where some of them jobs went, though. We're gonna talk about that later. To make it even worse, Stellantis sues a dealership because a dealership in North Carolina want them to buy back the cars that they sold to them. And they're the fleet vehicles. This is according to Car Scoop. So, Stellantis has started a legal action against a North Carolina dealer that wanted to buy back unsold fleet vehicles worth $180 million. Jesus. You mean to tell me you want to sell back $180 million worth of... That's a lot. That's... Bruh. Do y'all know how much vehicles that is? That is 3,841 vehicles they trying to sell back to Stellantis. And Stellantis, they're going to win this only because if you read this article, the dealership said they were already sold. So what the dealerships do is, and this is what the information I've been looking into, they'll say the cars is sold when really they ain't, but they banking on somebody to actually come buy it because at one point people was buying an influx of cars 2, 3, 4 years ago. So now that the market has slowed up and ain't nobody been buying no cars for the past maybe year or so, inventory is just stocking up. Like people out here sending they freaking cars to the auctions, all type of stuff. Like, it's really bad out here. And it's nothing that dealership can do. They're going to be stuck with it. So now you got $180 million in the hole and nobody is buying nothing. Nothing. And this is the stuff a lot of people don't even know what's going on. So we're talking about trucks that's still 2022. They're selling cars that's coming out for 2025s. And it's still inventory for 2022 Rams out here. Bruh, if y'all don't think the market is going to crash, y'all are crazy. Y'all crazy. Every time I ride around, I just look at lots purposely now at these dealerships. And I just be like, Jesus, it's just so many cars and really trucks. Because a lot of these automotives, or at least the US, don't even make cars. I mean, what? Mustangs, Camaros, Corvettes, of course, Charger Challengers. Yeah, a lot of, I don't even know no cars. Like, they don't make no Impalas no more. Ain't no more Malibus, no more Fusions, Focuses. It ain't none of that. So all they trying to do is sell these crossovers and big SUVs or pickup trucks. And now these dealers are getting hammered right now. And there's nothing they can do. Like I said, Stellantis really just wanted they other vehicles that they was making overseas over here. That's the real reason they really even bought Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Because honestly, it can't be that profitable if everybody is always selling it. I mean, they at least got sold about 4 times since my lifetime, and I was born in 94, at least. And I know if your car is making that much money, ain't nobody trying to get rid of it. Y'all put 2 and 2 together, but okay. But yeah, this is real interesting. And like I said, when you saw the news, you would thought like, oh man, Stellantis is in trouble, which they still are. But they not going to get in trouble for this. They can't, because you already said it's sold. How you going to sell something back when you said it was already sold? Like, nah, you going to have to deal with that. Eat that cost up. It's getting bad out here, man. It's getting bad. GM just had to lay off like, I want to say 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. Matter of fact, let me go to this for y'all. Let me go for y'all. Yeah. Yeah, GM to lay off 1,000 of their white collar jobs. More they tech people than anything. It's getting bad out here in this car industry, man. It's getting bad. White collar jobs getting hit. Tech jobs getting hit. Blue collar jobs getting hit. But they keep saying this economy is the best it's ever been. How? We're losing jobs left and right. And wages has not caught up with the rate of inflation. And to me, I don't think it never will be. That's just my personal opinion. You take that to a grain of salt. I don't think it would never, ever be, it'll never be the same again, man. They're getting absolutely crushed. If y'all really want to talk about it, let's talk about it. A lot of these quote unquote automotive industries, at least the US, a lot of them been sent their work. Okay, let me take it back. Do y'all know why the automotive industry is the way it is now? It's because what was done in 1988 with the George H.W. Bush administration. You see, that was when NAFTA was first brought into, they started negotiating trades with Canada and Mexico. Now, at that time, they agreed to whatever terms, to the free trade and all that. Tariffs wasn't implemented, none of that, right? So, George H.W. Bush didn't ever pass that on because in 1992, of course, we saw Bill Clinton win that, right? Saw him win that election, and George H.W. Bush never pushed through that bill. Now, in 1993, freaking Bill Clinton was the one that really pushed that bill. In 1993, he pushed that bill, and it was in effect January 1st of 1994, which made these U.S. automotive industries take some of their plants and start putting it in Canada and Mexico. Stay with me now. With that being said, in a short game, It was cool for the automotive industry. You feel me? It saved some jobs and wages at that period of time. But nobody saw what was coming next. But a lot of people at that time said it will hurt us in the long run. Because yes, it was a surplus for some years. For at least a decade, it was a surplus. But the amount of jobs they say that lost was like 800,000 jobs. U.S. jobs at that. So now you putting these plants over in Mexico because it's cheap labor, free land pretty much. I mean, it was a win-win for the automotive industry at that time. You know, because if we was to bring them plants back here, it would raise cost 3 to 4 times than what it would in cheaply in Mexico. Then on top of that, we start having Japanese cars come over here. We start having Chinese cars come over. Everybody start just coming over here because everybody looked at Mexico as the place to just put their cheap labor at. And now, 2024, a lot of wages have been stagnant for a long time. We ain't being a rate of inflation here in the U.S. when it comes to the automotive industry. You see what happens when you vote in the wrong person? Because yes, George H.W. Bush did write it up, but he never pushed it because he knew if he would have pushed it at that time, from what I read into, a lot of people would have disagreed with it. And he didn't want that. And Bill Clinton, y'all favorite president, the one who you said was the blackest president of all time, pushed that bill. And it now look, we're reaping the repercussions of that today. You see what happened when you vote in the wrong people? They don't have your best interest at that time. And then it wasn't no tariffs. So it was just free trade everywhere. So then when Trump came in 2016, he ended up putting 10% on tariffs. Now it's forcing these U.S. auto industries or these companies to bring some of these jobs back. Now you have the UAW fighting for higher wages and things of that nature. Now that the UAW got that, now we're starting to see this influx of just extremely high prices now. And don't get me wrong, corporations and these companies need to pay their fair share, but I think they are already. Because if we was to go back to the tax before Trump was in place, a lot of these jobs would have just been dismantled. And that's just a fact. It's a true fact. Listen, we don't even make a car here in the U.S. You can look it up right now. There's not one car that is fully made here. Everything is assembled. I just had to look into it. I ain't know Buick was being made in China. I never heard of some of these Buicks before, but Buick is really made for the Chinese country. But you'll never know none of this if you don't look into it. And now China is looking to build in Mexico in order to come into the United States and sell their vehicles. The only reason they didn't is because of Trump's tariffs. And if Trump is to get into office, he's going to raise it even higher because once China get into the American industry, it's a wrap. It's over for this auto industry. We can't compete with their cheap prices. I mean, they got freaking trucks for like $25,000. Man, most of our trucks nowadays is like an average of $50,000. Most of them I be seeing for 60, 70, 80. Even Jeep Grand Wagoneers is over $100K. Escalades over $100K. Lincoln Navigators over $100K. I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to get bad. This election is pivotal. And like I said, I don't care who you vote for. Just do your due diligence and read up on the information, man. Because either party we vote in, I believe nobody hasn't added positively to the U.S. national debt. Everybody has always added to it, made it worse. So you just got to pick which one you gonna rock with. All I know is these past 3-4 years, it's been kind of rough. Not gonna lie, it's been kind of rough. Money ain't going as far as it used to. China and Russia trying to team up and take away our goddamn U.S. Economy over here. They don't even want our money. Listen, I can only give you some of the information. You're going to have to look it up on yourself. So that's just a little history on the U.S. auto industry, man. And like I said, we've been sold out, man. They've been selling us out. They've been selling us this nature like, oh my God, we've been helping the auto industry. We're for y'all. How? When that law got passed in 1993, we knew the long effects that was going to happen. They said it back then. I wasn't even born yet. So y'all can take that how y'all want to take it. I really don't even care no more. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep trying to drop some knowledge to y'all and make y'all realize a lot of this stuff you be hearing, look into it. Don't just go off of what somebody say. We have Google. We have all these different Yahoo, all these different search engines to really search some stuff, man. And don't just search one thing. Search about 10. You have to. That's the only way. You'll know the truth. So you can take that however you want to, but let's talk about the migrants. Are y'all not tired of these illegal migrants over here? Like, for real, y'all not tired of them just coming in this country, getting all this stuff, wrecking homes? Venezuela gangs are here. They harming U.S. people. Y'all not tired of that? We gonna go to Denver now. Aurora. I guess that's the city. No, that's the building. I'm sorry. So in Denver, Aurora booted hundreds from an apartment building. We follow one mother of 3 as she figure out what to do next. This is the denverright.com. So many words. They saying this apartment complex is kicking out everybody that was there, which really they was holding migrants there because of the codes that have been violated there. You know, all of the codes such as trash, such as the fire, all type of stuff, right? In which this apartment building have been fined for violating codes before then. But now they say it's worse because they holding all the illegal migrants there. So what about the people who were regularly living there, who were just getting by? Now they getting kicked out. Now they got to find somewhere to go because y'all want to house these illegal people. I want to know who owned this building in the first place, because you had to take some money from the state or the federal level to place these illegal migrants here. That's who we really need to be looking into. Who owns some of these buildings in some of these cities that's freaking holding all these illegal migrants? That's what we really need to do. And we got to hold them accountable because they're making a killing off of us, the taxpayers. That's what's really happening. Y'all ain't wondering why your taxes keep getting higher and higher. Your property taxes getting higher because they want to fund this. And then freaking Hope has no borders. They up here trying to find freaking places to place these illegal migrants in. And the funny thing is, y'all wanna know the funny part about this? You quit to help somebody from a different country who got in here illegally, but you will walk over your same brothers and sisters who been here, who was paying taxes at one point, but they probably fell on hard times, probably lost a spouse, lost a loved one. I know a lot of people just give up on life after that. I've seen the stories. And you wouldn't even help them even find a place, but you're going to help somebody else. Some of these people I just can't take serious. And this is one of them. This nonprofit, no, I'm not with it. If you're going to help somebody, at least help your own people. But you want to know something? They probably going to get paid off of it. Because that's what it ain't like they're generating a whole lot of money. Somebody is paying the nonprofit or funding this. Like, I don't like this, man. It's too many illegal migrants. The DNC about to be tonight at 7. And they say it's supposed to be a plethora of illegal migrants that's supposed to charge up in there. They got freaking state troopers. They say they enlisted the reserves? Yeah, like 240 of the, you know what? I don't even want to even say nothing. That's not true. So let me go to it. Yeah, like 240 of the Army Reserve have been listed because, Chicago have a shortage of police officers. So as they're trying to protect, everything in Chicago, they also have to use some of our reserve, and that's what's going to happen as security. I mean, this ain't nothing. I mean, this is the same thing they did with the RNC after the assassination attempt with Trump. But this is how it's bad in some of these cities, man. A freaking surplus of illegal migrants is supposed to charge in Chicago? What is going on? And then I just saw a TikTok where somebody in Denver was saying they out there illegal migrants out there stealing detergent. And they demanding they do something. They demanding like they get help and all that from the state. Like, who are y'all? Y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't paid for them, but y'all demanding something? Man, these legal migrants got to get up out of here, man. It's too many billions that got paid to fund this stuff, man. Too many. And it's people out here starving. Bro, we're living in a time where people are trying to make living in your car acceptable. Think about that. It is freaking streets. It's freaking land out here specifically getting formed by people living in their cars. That's not normal. But you got these freaking illegal migrants out here getting free health care, free money, free EBT. They get freaking assisted with getting cars. You got Tim Walz out there giving them freaking licenses in Minnesota. This illegal migrant crisis has gotten, it's at all time. I never saw nothing like this, man. I never saw nothing like this. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. This is absolute crazy. I'm just speechless. We're going to keep this show going, though. I want to talk about Kamala Harris announced her policies. These are some of the policies that Kamala Harris has said. Of course, no taxes on tips, even though that was from Trump. Tax break for home builders with the goal of building 3 million new housing units in 4 years. Up to $25,000 down payment aid for first-time home buyers. $6,000 for low and middle income families with new babies. Up to $3,600 per child per year in an expanded child tax credit. a ban on price gouging in the food sector, singling out meat prices in particular, and work with states to ban the use of medical debt and credit scores. Now, that's what she announced Friday. In other campaign speeches, she talked about banning, the hidden banks. That's something Biden was trying to do. Hike the minimum wage, support the Affordable Child Care Act, more paid family leave. She want to cut down on the cost of new measures. Reproductive rights. She want everybody to have the right to abortions, even though Trump has implemented that he gonna leave that to the state. Healthcare. She been back and forth with the healthcare. I remember in 2019, she wanted universal healthcare, which I am 100% disagreement with. 100%. She want to cap the price of insulin and cap out the out-of-pocket prescription drugs of $2,000 per year. Now, she also talked about her immigrations in 2019, how she wanted everybody who's illegal here to have legal citizenship here. We don't know nothing about her foreign policy, but this is her policies right now, right? And I want to know, because Trump kind of talked about how he was going to pay for it with some of the tariffs. We got to look at some more stuff that he's going to implement. But with Kamala Harris' economy policies, where is this $25,000 about to come from? $25K for new home buyers? Where is you getting that money from? You would have to raise taxes on the people. You have to. There's no way you can come out of your money with that. Now, and it's price gouging with the food sector, or cap the rent. Why would you do that? First off, groceries ain't even my problem right now. Not gonna even lie, that's not my problem right now. Because vegetables, if you look at it, fruits and vegetables are actually kind of down in price. It don't cost that much. The only thing that may cost is certain meats. But overall, food ain't the problem right now. But you talking about you're going to a price gouging? For everything I looked into, I heard price gouging that has never worked in any type of society. Ever. I think even one of the presidents here, I can't think of which president it was trying to do that, and it did not work at all. So why would she come out with that? Listen, I don't believe in you telling businesses what their price should be. I don't believe in that. I believe in the people dictate the market. So right now, football season is in, right? Right now, Nike is the number one, right? But Nikes are so high right now, they're going to other brands, and now them other brands are getting an influx of new customers because it costs too much, right? Which meaning the people are dictating who's going to have the up and who's going to have the down of this competition out here. Because Adidas is up, Under Armour. I think I heard New Balance got a cleat out or something like that. So competition always does good for the American people. That always been the case, and it should stay like that, right? So with that being said, you should not be a part of that, especially the housing market. I mean, 3 million homes. I don't even know where 3 million homes are going to go, but U.S. is big. I just don't know where. Now, Trump said he'll make some federal land a place to where everybody can start building and all that, and you're going to raise the rates of these corporations paying more of a tax to net gains. I don't see how you can pay for all this. I don't see it. And then you want to know my sentiment? When she said she was going to build 3 million new housing units in 4 years and give people 25,000, right, for first-time home buyers, I really think she's talking about the illegal migrants that's here. They said it's about 10 million illegal migrants here, right? So if majority of them get all the benefits that come with it, who in the U.S. will benefit from it? The child tax for middle and low class income families, who would that benefit? Wouldn't that benefit illegal migrants because they don't have jobs at the moment, or they might be having jobs that don't pay as much? I got a feeling this ain't for us. And we already paying an egregious amount in taxes. So if we already paying that in taxes, you're going to raise taxes on us to fund these new people that just came over here, housing and everything of that nature. I ain't going for it, bro. I'm just letting y'all know right now, I ain't going for it. I think this is all a ploy to really, this to me, I'm going on record saying I think all of this for the illegal migrants that's here already. And the ones that's going to keep coming. Because this is something she talked about in 2019. Y'all can put 2 and 2 together, but I really want to know the cost of it. I'm not really a fan of her new economic policies. I don't see how it would be a win for us. So, yeah, we just gonna see what's going to happen, but I don't see how we win. 2 more things I want to talk about that happened in Detroit, right? This was a little fuzzy. So the Metro Times said corporate welfare took $1 billion from Detroit school city services over the past decade. Now, according to this article, more than $1 billion intended for Detroit public schools, libraries, and city services have been diverted to pay real estate projects that benefit wealthy investors over the past decade, according to public records. Now, I understand what they're saying, because I think a lot of it, I'm gonna give y'all the numbers too. They say since 2014, when the city was in the thick of the municipal bankruptcy, Detroit has captured $516 million in taxes for groups that use money to drum up the economic growth, right? In that time, they said between 2017 and 2023, the city lost out on more than $500 million in tax abatements that are intended to attract new businesses, encourage expansions of existing businesses, and create jobs. Wealthy developers like Dan Gilbert benefit from those abatements. Together, the tax captures and abatements cost more than $1 billion. Now, let's be real. Public library, okay. Our art museum, okay. DPS, okay. But I want to say something. When we had all this time to do something in the city, nobody was trying to invest. Dan Gilbert, the Illegers, what our mayor Duggan has done, I think has been a plus. For me, I think it's been a plus. There's been a lot more jobs being created. I ain't seen a whole lot of people open up new businesses and everything. And with that being said, when it comes to the Detroit schooling, a lot of people are not even sending their kids to DPS because of how bad it is. And it's been like that since I've been coming up. It has progressively been getting worse and worse. If you don't go to Cass, King, or Renaissance, DPS as a whole has just been going down here. That's why a lot of the people go to these suburban schools now. I mean, it's more like okay, we're going to sacrifice this for this. Okay, we might have lost on that now, but think about all of the money that has been made in the city, though. I mean, we just had the NFL draft here, for Christ's sakes. So for me personally, I think it was a win in ours, but some people might not see it like that. But that's on them. I'm gonna talk about this a little more. I'm actually had somebody that's actually know more about this and can break it down better. I'm going to interview that person and we're going to have a discussion. To me, hey, we need more investors like this. I know they get them big old tax breaks, especially because them property taxes that fuel the cities. When, you know, everybody that own businesses, these commercial real estate, all these properties got to pay property taxes. And that was fun stuff like schools, the library, stuff like that in the city. So I get it. We're going to have to sacrifice because downtown Detroit used to look real shitty compared to right now. So take that with a grain of salt. Metro Detroit Asphalt Company ordered to pay $6.5 million criminal fine for rigging bids for nearly a decade, according to Audacity.com. This real quick. It was 3 companies. They was in so many words, they was in cahoots from 2012 to 2022. 2 different companies. The main company that was in on all of this is Asphalt Specialist LLC, which is based in Pontiac or whatever. They participated in 2 separate conspiracies that other paving companies for nearly a decade. In so many words, this company made this bet, and then that asphalt company made this bet, which it was supposed to be competitive, but it wasn't because they already knew who was going to win. So pretty much people was getting paid on the back end, you know, and people made a lot of money off of that, where really it should have been competitive. You see, a lot of these companies be in cahoots, but we just don't know who it is. And a lot of them, when they get to the bottom of it, you got these huge fines now. And now somebody else that have a payment company could come in and be new bidders now. That's how competition is supposed to work. That is the true definition of this economy that we live in now, which is capitalism. Because we're supposed to be competitive. We ain't supposed to just rig certain things or pay certain people off just to win. Like, no. I believe in competitive sports. So if you do things right, the market will dictate itself. So that's a little bit on that. I ain't really need to go in on that. Let's go a little bit to some of the trash culture. Hurricane Chris, apparently he lashed out at 50 Cent because he feel like 50 Cent did a show in his city and he didn't put nobody from the state of Louisiana in his shows and all that. He was saying, oh man, some of these shorties out here, they out here messed up. They out here doing violence to other people, and you could have gave that $500,000 to their people, I guess, in Louisiana, rather than the police down here, and the police ain't been doing good down there, or whatever the case might be. And I'm here to tell y'all, why does somebody always got to come help you in your own city before you help yourself? 50 Cent went down there, and you know how much money came down there with him being there? But you up here talking about putting some rappers on and all that. What about the people that own the freaking restaurants down there? What about people that own clothing line? What about people that own tax services? All of that. And you up here talking about you mad that he ain't give his money to some rappers down there? Or some dudes that could have did security or whatever the case might be? Man, Hurricane Chris, you go do something for your city. Maybe if y'all was more together, maybe y'all city wouldn't be going the way it's going. And 50 Cent did a good job down there. Okay, maybe it been cheaper for 50 Cent to do it down there, but it also brought a lot of money to that city, and it was a good light on the city because I heard it wasn't no drama or nothing. Like, you see how the culture always trying to put you down when you trying to do something good? It's not 50 Cent job to do nothing in that city. It's up to the people that live there to do something. Y'all want to see something better in your city? Put everybody together. Hey, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. Hey, you know who the killers and dealers are, but you still out here ain't saying nothing though. Cause y'all got this no snitching, right? But you want somebody else to come in your city to help you out. Make it make sense. Oh, this man, the culture is so trash, man. It's like when you want to elevate, because 50 is elevating in all type of ways. Y'all want him to come down and come down and come down. He ain't on that no more. This man used to be dealing drugs, was out here gangbanging, all type of stuff. That's what 50 Cent used to do. Now he a businessman, and y'all want him to come back and get back to some artists or that. Wait, who cares? Dog, tell them artists to go get a job, man. Y'all don't want to work for nobody. Everybody want to be self-made, and that's cool. You can open up your businesses, but that don't mean somebody else got to come in and help you. Help yourself. As Black community, we always looking for a handout with somebody else, for somebody else community to come save us. We don't need saving. We need to help ourselves first. God, y'all don't get tired of asking somebody for something? Y'all don't get tired of the violence that's going on in the city? Y'all don't get tired of your mama struggling to find out where her next meal gonna be? Your kids out here, you don't know where they at, but they out here towing a gun? What are y'all talking about? Jesus Christ, man, I'm telling you, man, you can't help nobody. You can't. You can't help nobody. It's people that's getting laid off every day, man. And you up here talking about for somebody to help you, or he could have gave you some money to give to the shorties. Like, what are you talking about? People out here starving every day, man. Go get a job. Freaking 23 subways in Oregon, Washington got closed. Over like 100 people lost their job, and now they trying to figure it out. They ain't even know. They just closed. Man, there's layoffs and stuff, all type of stuff, man. So y'all can say what y'all want to say, man. I don't care. Y'all, it's crazy. Now I think about it. Louisiana passed that law. What is it called? Hold on. I forgot all about that. Ooh. Hold on. I forgot about that. Oh, Louisiana become the first state to allow surgical castration as punishment for child molesters who molest a child under 13 and under. Now, this is a really, really tough one. Do I believe people need to be having pretty much their balls cut off or something if they molest somebody under 13? Or if they get charged and convicted of it? No, I do not. I do not believe that, because some people might not have done it. There are cases of people getting out of prison right now who was wrongfully convicted of doing these sexual acts, or, these acts towards people. And I don't believe people should be getting their balls cut off or whatever the case might be. And I was seeing, they really don't know what's going to happen with the women that get away with this, because they're saying like, what, women would get their ovaries took? Like, what? How does that even freaking, what? So you mean to tell me y'all made a law, Louisiana made a law to where they can do surgical castration as punishment on men But what will be the difference in a woman? Like, what, y'all gonna sew her cooter mama up? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It don't make sense to me. I'm not for that law. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not for that, but that's Louisiana. We gonna see, because I think this just passed on August 1st. So I think the first case that we're gonna see, I bet you it'd be a woman. Because there's a lot more women now getting caught and everything with doing this stuff. I'm not saying men don't do it, but a lot of women are getting caught with these underage boys and they doing these things with. And 13 and under, I'm like, why y'all just say a minor in general? Ain't a minor like 16 and under or something like that? It's gonna be real. That's real sticky, man. I don't believe in it because, like I said, some people get lied on every day, man. Every day, and they be in jail, they be in these prisons for years, man. I just saw a guy who just did like 30 plus years finally get out, and now they paying him. This dude, matter of fact, he been in jail since the 80s. I think he been in there 40 years, and they talk about they only gonna give him like $6 million. You mean tell me I was wrongfully convicted for 40 years? I did that time, and you only gonna pay me $6 million? I missed all of my life. The man been in there since he was a teenager. I think he was like 17. Man, they out they fucking mind, man. They out they fucking mind. I'm against the surgical castration. I ain't even had to go that far into it. That's Louisiana law. I probably never move to Louisiana. You ain't got to worry about that. Because I feel like Louisiana, after that gun law that got passed, where everybody could just tote a gun without a CPL and none of that, and like conceal. I'm like, nah, I'm all right. I am okay. So before I end the show, I got to call out some people. Disney is trash. Disney on ESPN. They fired Sam Ponder because she said trans men or trans women shouldn't be in women's sports, which I agree with. And y'all firing her because she has that stance? But Disney is so liberated. They want all this stuff. This is why I say Disney trash. Also, ESPN just fired RG3 because he said something to Paul Feinbaum about FSU, which it was the truth. And we know ESPN love the SEC. And you can't say nothing against the SEC. But they going to say they cutting down, their team or whatever. But it is what it is, man. Disney trash. Disney on ESPN. Disney been going down. Disney, nope, they ain't no supporter of mine. That's why I don't watch none of their shows, none of their new movies. I know Wolverine and Deadpool came out. I haven't even watched that because I'm straight on Disney for real. And I gotta call out Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is the worst man you could be with, man. He's the worst type. He's the worst type of black person, bro. He's selling his people out for sure. For him to sit down with Kamala Harris and go off script and say, oh, I know y'all trying to want me to ask her the hard questions, but this is not that. You know what we gotta do. We gotta do things a different way. Oh, we gotta get her in. We gotta make sure we get her in. That way next time we can ask for something. What? You mean to tell me the same money they spent on this migrant crisis they couldn't give to black people? And I don't even care if they give reparations, none of that to us, because I feel like we're going to be good regardless. Like, that's not my fight. But for you to sit up there and say that, man, Steve Harvey is trash, bro. He's one of them people, when they say a sellout, that man is a sellout. I don't care what nobody say. He sold out Monique. He already said, this is the money game. This is the money. So you mean tell me your beliefs and all that, you'll go against it just for some money? Really? Steve Harvey trash, man. I don't even know where I still even listen to Steve Harvey. He gave y'all think like a man when women should even be thinking like a man. The man was on a double date with his wife and his stepdaughter with Diddy. Do I need to explain anything anymore? This is y'all leader? Steve Harvey trash. Oh yeah, Ricky Smiley going in on black people for who ain't voting for Kamala Harris. Why do Democratic people think just because you black, you gotta vote Democratic or you gotta vote for somebody because they're black? You notice that everybody that say that be like, oh, you can't think for yourself. You're not a intellectual person. Like, I don't care what the person look like. How is my money gonna get spent? How far is my money gonna go? I don't care about identity politics. I don't care about none of that. How much money can I keep? All these illegal migrants coming over here, taxes getting higher and higher. They talk about building 3 million homes, giving people $25,000 for first-time buyers. Who y'all think that's money gonna go to? But you're gonna listen to Ricky Smiley. You're gonna listen to Roland Martin. You're gonna listen to all these black so-called leaders. Like, I'm sick of people thinking that just because you black, you can't think for yourself. Don't y'all already see every time they talk about black people, they already agreed us with Democrats already? So that means they think we can't even think for ourselves, just like y'all think that. Hey, some of y'all been trashed. These old dudes, this old guard, these old people, y'all got to get out the way, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all been selling us short for a long time now. Now that we got the internet, we can actually look up stuff. We know what's good for us. Y'all had y'all time. Y'all had time to change a lot of this stuff, but y'all kept voting the same. Y'all kept doing identity policies. Y'all kept feeling a certain way. A lot of y'all was the reason the crack epidemic happened. A lot of these kids out here messed up. Your uncles going to jail. Your uncles up here touching your little niece, your little nephew. Or y'all are the reason, man. Some of y'all old black men, y'all are the part of the problem, bro. I'ma just be real. Y'all are. Y'all can't tell us what it is. We know what we getting into. We know what we doing. Y'all sold y'all people out a long time ago. I ain't trying to hear it no more. Y'all said black man can wear dresses. That's cool. Y'all said, oh, women are the leaders. Okay, that's fine. But when you need a man, when it's come down to that real shit, you want to call a man. You want to call the police. What is y'all talking about? Y'all want to keep listening to these fools, man. Man, listen, I could go on and on, but I'm going to cut this right here. I'm going to talk about this some more, man. Black culture, y'all got to do better. We have to do better because these kids ain't getting no better. They bad. They lost out here because of the crack epidemic. A lot of these kids mess up. A lot of these kids are raising kids out here. It is what it is. A lot of these gangs ain't making it better for the community. A lot of people getting shot, robbed, killed, all type of stuff. But y'all want to listen to the old guard. Man, stop playing with me, man. But if you got this far, man, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell your side piece too. I keep telling y'all, I'm that 1 hour out the day. I could take their mind off. And be on the lookout in the near future. I'm going to be having lives every Wednesday night. It's going to be a panel where we talk about the culture, relationship, etc., what's going on, current events. So please be on the lookout for that in the near future. I want to thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. Peace.